Greetings, Earthlings. GSP is about to retire. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA-Holes!
Mixed Martial A-Holes! MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial A-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, GSP, Georges St-Pierre, retiring. And we're going to listen to the press conference live with the MMA-Holes. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That's right. Jesse, you prepared?
I'm prepared for anything.
I'm prepared as well. I hope everyone has their tinfoil hats on. Because Georges St-Pierre, is he retiring? Or is he taking over the world? What do you say in the chat? Hope you have your foil hats on. It's going to be a bumpy ride. We don't know what to expect. This might be an alien invasion.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We figured we'd just be safe with our tinfoil hats on.
You can never be too careful.
Let me know with the ones if you have your tinfoil hats on. Hello, chat.
Ty Bear, 3325, Morning Holes, Jefferton alive. Ain't no aliens reading my mind either.
That's right.
Good for you, Jefferton. Yes, sir. Cocoa Butt, I like the hats. Frank Pavon, Brother Drunk. Haley Wilcox, you guys going to live stream it? Absolutely.
Yeah, we are going to be live streaming the audio for this press conference, so we'll be doing a live reaction to that. The press conference is on ESPN Plus. We haven't seen it anywhere else but ESPN Plus and here. We'll be live streaming the audio, so we'll be hanging out. We'll be hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys!
A lot of questions. Is this a publicity stunt, or is he indeed retiring? GSP, one of the greatest of all time. A lot of people, debate about this, but let's be honest. The guy is a legend. He's a legend of the sport. He has done it all, everything you needed to do at welterweight. Then he beats Michael Bisping, and if he does retire, I'll be proud to say that I was at his last fight, UFC 217. I saw him. I didn't fight him. I would be dead right now. But I saw him fight Michael Bisping and take his belt. So, yeah, GSP, we'll see what happens over here today on an early edition of the MMA-Holes. I want to get everyone's predictions in the chat. I mean, I know it's tough to take us serious right now because we have our alien-proof hats on, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are playing the safe. It's like safe sex with aliens.
This is not a joke. Does this look like a joke to you? We take ourselves very seriously here.
The new people that are watching, this is not a joke. I mean, listen, GSP's wearing his hat, so why wouldn't we be wearing our hat? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This is actually taken from the press conference today. We will be broadcasting live. We'll be doing our live reaction, so stay tuned for that. Let's see what the chat has to say. But we got 20 likes already.
20 likes, 20 likes.
I've got fucking 20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
It's supposed to start in 4 minutes, so we went on a little bit early just to hang with the boys. Let's see what that chat has to say.
Sean Rosa says, exactly. Yo-Yo GSP versus McGregor does 3.5 mil in pay-per-view buys. JBH has already been turned. Watch her closely, says Drunk Savage. Eugene Platon says, cool. I mean, a joke for people outside us, but thanks, guys. No need to thank us.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Sean Rosas, peel the foil for some chocolate. Julian Hernandez, damn, this blueberry muffin smoke got me seeing rainbows slapping clouds. GSP versus anyone, says Cocoa Butt. DDS Aquatic says MMA-Holes, morning. Top of the morning to ya.
Morning. I hope everyone has their Java or their blunts in their hand right now as we are awaiting this press conference. It's on ESPN Plus if you want to see the video, but we will be... Oh, it looks like it's live, is it? Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's live. All right, so it's live over here. All right. ESPN Plus if you want to watch. If you want to listen, we're going to be playing it here. So that's that. We'll be hanging with the boys over here for this press conference, GSP. Now, Jesse, are you going to cry if he retires?
Yes, I will, because he's in my top 3. But,
Top 3 of who you want to have sex with or champions?
Of who I want to have sex with.
Oh.
No, of favorite fighters of all time. So, yeah, of course I would cry if he's actually retiring, if he's not going to have just one more fight. But I have a feeling he is retiring. I don't think that this is a ploy. But I also wanted to say earlier on when you were first talking about it, I feel that he owes us nothing. You know, like, I think a lot of people are going to be sad and they don't want to see him go, but he's pulled out his career as well as he possibly could, and I think he is the greatest of all time, you know, so he really owes us nothing, and we owe him nothing but respect in return, you know, even if he does decide that this is going to be the day that he retires.
Let me know in the chat, do you think that GSP is indeed the greatest of all time, yes or no? Now, before you answer that, well, you can answer right now, but I really think that he's going to be taking over the world with his alien friends, and we are completely serious about these hats. So, to those of you that think this is a little shtick that we're doing over here, put on your tinfoil hats just in case, and then if it does happen, you can thank us afterwards. All right, let's see what the chat has to say.
Danish Azim says, what time coming to get my house was a way of going home for a bit to get home night, and I'll be home. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Henry says, but damn good. Danish, I don't think it was happening for the first year, and now we really do have to go pick it tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow, or...
What?
I think this guy might be texting someone.
Who is this guy?
But he's in our chat instead.
Danish Azam, I don't think it would happen for the first year, and now we really don't have to go pick tomorrow. What are you talking about? What is that guy? What is that guy doing in there? Is he Danish, whatever?
Drunk Savage said I look like a Hershey kiss.
Well, a protected Hershey kiss from the aliens. Now, these hats do work. As you can see, GSP is wearing it as well. They do work against any alien tomfoolery. So we have our hats on just in case, you know.
You guys don't need a stream link. You're going to listen live here when it goes live.
That's right. We are going to broadcast it live on the MMA-Holes. And here we go. Check.
Oh.
We're good to go. Mic check 1, 2, 3. It looks like we're good to go. A gentleman sitting down with glasses on. Looks like a herbivore. And we're going to react to this shit.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course, it's so low.
Welcome to Le Mythique, Centre Bell. Bienvenue. Ça va, les boys? In about 3 minutes, we're going to be ready to go. Fait qu'on y va dans à peu près 3 minutes. Je veux juste vous faire un petit briefing vite fait. Premièrement, merci à Jeff Molson et à toute l'équipe du groupe CH de nous avoir organisé cette journée. On l'apprécie énormément. Thank you also to Carolyn and the team from UFC for making today possible. Everything's been really smooth, and we're really glad to be here at Le Mythique at Bell Center.
Could it be any lower?
I'm just going to explain to you briefly the rollout
there we
for
go.
the next
rolling
hour.
Up the volume now.
Georges will be out here in a couple of minutes. He'll give a statement in French first. Il va commencer en français, ensuite en anglais, and then we'll go to a Q&A period. La façon que le Q&A va fonctionner, moi je vais être à la droite où sont nos amis les photographes. Caroline de la UFC va être dans la salle. On va se coordonner les questions. Our goal is to give everybody a chance to ask their questions, so there's no issue. We'll take all the time we need. Carolyn from the UFC will be in the room with a microphone. I'll be on the side of the stage. We'll be coordinating the questions for George. Okay? And yeah, that's it. The other thing you need to know is this will be the only place George will do interviews today.
Wow.
Georges va faire des entrevues qu'ici.
The only place George will be doing interviews.
Studio. Alors, c'est votre opportunité. This is the only opportunity to have George is today.
Okay, to have George.
Il va être au match du Canadien contre les Flyers ce soir. George will be at the Flyers Habs game tonight here.
Good to know.
Are there any questions? Est-ce qu'il y a des questions pour le moment?
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Got a donation coming in.
And then we'll see what...
That Muslim rat Khabib challenges GSP at 155. What a punk. If you want a piece of the Canadian goat, you have to fight at 170. Khabib is a punk that cuts 40 pounds to fight at 155 to avoid real fighters like GSP and Lord Goat Colby. Robin Black sucks GSPD.
There you go. Thank you, Goat Fucker Khabib. Appreciate that. If you're just jumping in, we are listening to the press conference over here. They are awaiting GSP. They had a gentleman walk in with glasses on saying that this is going to be the only time you can ask GSP questions. They have 2 belts on the table. There is an empty seat with a microphone waiting. There is tissues. Keep in mind, there are napkins, really. And there is a glass of water. So that means we're going to see some GSP tears.
No.
He's going to cry like a baby.
No, he's not.
In
GSP
French.
is the goat. The goat doesn't cry.
Okay, we're going to see. What's the over-under he cries? Let me know in the chat. Do you think the GOAT GSP will cry during this press conference? We're going to be playing the audio from it. If you want to see it, it's on ESPN+. We got a new MMA over here, Janetta Richards. Thank you for the donation. I'm assuming that was real. Thank you very much. You're wonderful.
Wonderful.
If anyone wants to interrupt the stream at any time, there's a link down below. You can drop a donation or drop a super chat. The GSP press conference. Jesse, are you excited about this? I mean, this is crazy stuff.
No, I'm not excited to see my favorite fighter go. I'm actually, like Sean just said, I'm actually pretty sad about it. But, I mean, like I said, he's played out his career very well. And he owes us nothing. So, good for him for going out on his own terms.
It's the way to go out. Now, Khabib is going, he's saying over and over again that, he wants this fight. I thought the fight was going to happen. But at 155, 160, that is a little ridiculous, for St-Pierre. He just fought at middleweight, for God's sakes. And, he's been trying to cut weight to see if he could get there. He probably was like, yeah, fuck this. It's just too much. Going out on top with 2 belts on the table right now. He hasn't spoken yet, so we will be playing the audio. But going out on top like this, beating Michael Bisping, the 170 champ, the middleweight champ. I mean, there is no better way to go out on top. 37 years old. All those wins, I mean, he avenged all of his losses with Matt Sarah and the train guy.
When is the press conference
It's too
starting?
fucking early. It's too fucking early.
Aiden, the press conference is starting right now. He's not sat at the table yet,
Matt Hughes,
but when
I'm sorry.
he does, we're going to play the audio for you guys.
That's right. The retirement press conference. Yeah, Drunk Savage, thank you. The fucking tinfoil has been penetrated. It's blocking all of the thoughts out of my brain and in my brain. But we are wearing tinfoil just as a precautionary measure because you never know. I mean, I do believe that he is an alien, GSP. He could be a friendly alien, but if he's not a friendly alien, well, we have to be prepared for this, right?
Explain again why you think he's an alien.
He is. He said it. He self-admitted saying that he's been probed by aliens. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he could possibly be taking over the world.
Oh, it looked like he just said 10 seconds.
10 seconds. All right, or 10 minutes.
Or 10 minutes.
We'll see. So, yeah, we're waiting on the GSP press conference right now. We're going to be broadcasting it live from the MMA-Hole studios. This is in Montreal. ARIEL HELWANI is there. And it was a very last-minute thing. I wonder how long he's known he was going to do this.
I think he knew for a little while. We have to remember he was on a 4-year retirement before he fought Bisping at 217. And then after he fought Bisping, he had ulcerative colitis, which knocked him out of the fight game for a little while. And I think that he knew that he wanted his last fight to be Khabib. And he knew that if he didn't get that fight, then he was just going to call it for what it is, which was the end of his career. And I honestly don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I think it's good timing and it's on good terms, If he doesn't get that last fight he wanted, why stay in, I'm
just warning everyone in the chat. This will be the audio. We'll play the audio from this. It's on ESPN Plus if you want to see it for yourself. You want to see the alien tears. But I'm warning you right now. This will be very lame, right? GSP.
I don't think so.
He's not really full of personality. It's not GS personality. It's not Georges St. personality. It's Georges St-Pierre. And he is, it looks like there's rumbling. It looks like he's about to enter. He's probably all choked up behind the scenes. But maybe we'll see some tears. Well, we'll see. It will describe the tears. I don't know what we're going to see here, but I can tell you this. It's not going. This is not exciting. This is, I guess, a somber day if this is real. Here we go.
Georges St-Pierre.
Georges St-Pierre. All right, here we go. Hopefully they can put the audio up a little bit so we can fucking hear. All right, here he goes. Georges St-Pierre rocking a turtleneck, opened up, jammy, sitting down, big smile on his face. Thank you for everybody showing up today. All right, let's see what he says. Here we go.
All right. J'ai pas amené de feuilles parce que ça me tentait pas de faire ça comme tout le monde, lire un texte. Alors, je vais faire ça avec mon cœur et je vais improviser. Alors, si je suis ici, c'est pour annoncer ma retraite.
Good thing we're wearing this because I think he's speaking alien right now.
C'est dur de prendre sa retraite quand tu es en sport de combat. C'est toujours mieux de prendre sa retraite par soi-même que de se faire dire de la prendre. Et je me suis toujours dit que j'étais pour me retirer au top. Et je suis...
Sounds like he's describing Grey Poupon.
De pouvoir le faire. J'aimerais remercier plusieurs personnes. Donc, j'ai amené mon portable pour être sûr de ne pas oublier certaines personnes qui m'ont aidé. Tout d'abord, ma famille, mes fans. J'aimerais aussi remercier mes entraîneurs, Firas Zahabi, Christophe Médou, John Danaher, Greg Jackson, Phil Nurse, Freddie Roach, Howard Grant, Stéphane Larouche, Victor Thériault, Victor et David Zimmerman, Patrick Beauchamp, Marc-Élie Toussaint, Jonathan Chamberg, Bruno Fernandez, Renzo Gracie, Gavin McMillan. C'est sûr que j'en oublie. Il y a beaucoup de monde qui m'ont aidé.
Now remember, this is in Canada. It's in Montreal, so there's going to be some French action here. Bear with him.
Très grosse influence sur ma carrière. Une carrière d'un athlète, c'est pas une ligne droite. Des fois, il faut prendre des bonnes décisions. Et j'ai été très, très bien conseillé, mes agents et mes conseillers. Rodolphe Beaulieu, Philippe Lepage, Ness Balello, Nick Kahn, Markel et l'équipe de CAA, Justin Kingsley, Stéphane Patry, Sherry Spencer. Il y en a qui sont avec moi aujourd'hui, il y en a qui sont plus maintenant avec moi. Mais j'essaie de me retirer puis de voir le côté positif toujours des choses, même si des fois j'ai eu des conflits dans certains trucs. Pour moi, en cette journée, c'est de me rappeler des trucs positifs.
So what we can tell right now is he's going to retire. I mean, he wouldn't be going through all this bullshit.
Some people in the chat understand French.
Okay, good. Translate, please.
Ça a été important pour moi
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Translation: Khabib refused to fight me at 170, so I retired. Listening to the French languages makes me want to puke. Only the Irish, Greeks and Australians are more weak and pathetic than the French and French Canadians.
De Royce Gracie, j'aimerais ça le
remercier. Thank you for that. That was very nice of you.
Ça a été celui qui m'a fait vouloir devenir un athlète, un champion en arts martiaux mix. Alors, si je fais ce que je fais en ce moment, c'est grâce à Royce Gracie qui m'a vraiment inspiré.
Weird, huh? So it must be in like
j'aimerais aussi remercier
Jean-Yves weird audio thing. Hopefully,
c'est un autre pionnier,
through our mixer, it's going through both. We have it in mono, so hopefully it's working.
Beaucoup inspiré aussi. J'ai regardé ses combats et puis non seulement en tant qu'athlète, aussi en tant que.
By the way, we love Canada. Okay, I've been to Montreal. I've been to Montreal titty bars. So fuck you. We like Canada. It's very nice place to be, and we like Georges St-Pierre. We're just taking precautionary measures because he's an alien.
Grand athlète de tous sports confondus. Puis aussi un gentleman, quelqu'un qui est un exemple en tant qu'être humain. Et j'ai toujours essayé de vouloir être comme lui. I'm gonna have to repeat this in English. So, sorry, I know it's the long part. I have to say thank you to everybody, but it's very important for me because all the people that I mentioned had a huge influence on my career. If it would not be for them, I would not be able to be where I am right now. So Yeah, today everybody knows it's not a surprise. I announced my retirement. There's no tears. I'm very happy to do it. It takes a lot of discipline though to retire on top. It was a long process in my mind, but it's time to do it. Only a few people have done it, and I always said that I want to retire on my own and not be told to retire. So
like that.
It takes disciplines, and in combat sport and full contact sport, that's how you should retire. You should retire on top, and that is very hard to do. And I'm happy I had the discipline and the wisdom to do it. I want to say thank you first to Lorenzo, Frank Fertitta, Dana White, Joe Silva, also, and all the UFC staff. These people, they all work very hard, and if it would not be for them, the sport would never exist. All this would never exist. I want to say thank you to my trainers, also Feraz Zahabi, Christophe Midou, John Danaher, Greg Jackson, Phil Nurse, Freddie Roach, Howard Grant,
a lot of thank you.
Stéphane Larouche, Victor Thériault, Victor and David Zimmerman, Patrick Beauchamp, Marc-Élie Toussaint, Jonathan Chamber, Bruno Fernandez, Henzo Gracie, and Gavin McMillan. All these guys, they've been training me. They're training me right now. Some have been training me in the past. Some I see more often than others. All my training gravitate around Montreal, New York, Los Angeles, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I have a lot of people, and thank you to all of them. Thank you to all the people that manage me, that my advisor and manager, Rodolphe Beaulieu, Philippe Lepage. These guys are more than advisor. Justin Kingsley also, they're friends to me. I can call them in the middle of the night, and they will wake up and help me out. So they take me out of situation that was very bad, and I'm very glad. They're not only business people related, they're a friend to me. Thank you to Nes Balelo, Nick Can, Markel, and also all the CAA team, and also the people that helped me in the past, Stéphane Patry, Sherry Spencer. I had a lot of the career of an athlete. It's not a straight line. Sometimes it's a curve up, you have an obstacle up, down, and it's important right now and to this day that I remember the positive of everything. All right, so thank you to all of them. When I was young, the reason why I started doing mixed martial art is because I watched Royce Gracie growing up when he won the first UFC. And at that particular moment, I knew exactly that's what I wanted to do. It's weird. It's like I had a vision. And I want to say thank you to Royce Gracie to have inspired me. Also, thank you to Jean-Yves Thériault to have inspired me, not only as an athlete, as a good role model. And thank you to Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky is probably the best athlete, all sport combined. His record would have never been broken. And not only that he's an incredible athlete for me, he's an incredible role model. And through my career, I always try to mold myself like Wayne Gretzky. I always wanted to be like Wayne Gretzky.
Is he the Wayne Gretzky of the UFC? What
I'm
do you
a
think?
huge fan of Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky's done it all, man. I
remember I used to watch him when he won the Stanley Cup. I was very young.
I went to GSP's last fight and Wayne Gretzky's last hockey game.
There was the Oilers was my team. Sorry for Montreal Canadian. I know I'm in the Bell Center, but they used to be my team, and Wayne Gretzky was my idol growing up. So thanks for the inspiration. Everything started with a dream, and I was able to have a dream because of these guys. And
I'm telling you right now, though,
thanks to
he is not Wayne Gretzky.
The Bell Center to organizing all this, the reporter, everybody that had support me, and yeah.
I agree, Clocks.
100%. The boring part is finished now, so now the real question. Thank you, merci.
All right, so there he is. He's standing up. He wanted to leave. That was
all right.
He's ready to leave, but questions from the media.
So yeah, he made his little speech, and it looked like he was going to get up to leave. This is really bizarre. Now they're whispering in GSP's ear I think this is alien code right now.
All my friends, they came to my to the fight. Tous mes amis qui sont venus à mes amis. Tous mes amis qui sont venus me supporter aussi, ça c'est important. J'oublie. I know I forgot a lot of people.
I told you
I didn't want to come and read a piece of paper. I think it's boring and it makes people to sleep. And
it is boring. It makes me sleep. That's true.
My goodbye message to be like that. Je voulais pas mon message que je suis en train de lire une feuille de papier. Alors, je voulais faire ça un petit peu plus divertissant. Yes, sir.
Georges, félicitations. Je vais
dire
une question en français et après en anglais. Si tu peux répondre en français et anglais.
Yes, sir.
OK, je vais pratiquer. Hier, on a entendu que tu as fait cette décision parce que tu ne peux pas avoir le match avec Khabib Nurmagomedov. Et quand tu as entendu cette nouvelle, tu as décidé que c'est le temps de retirer. Est-ce que ça c'est vrai? Yesterday we found out that you tried to get a fight with Khabib Nurmagomedov, and once you found out that that fight could not materialize, you decided it was time to walk away. Is that accurate?
Oh.
Ça fait plusieurs semaines que mes agents essaient d'organiser un combat contre Khabib Nurmagomedov parce que pour un athlète en sport de combat rendu où je suis dans ma carrière,
I'll wait for the English
la chose
answer.
la plus épeurante à faire, mais qui est aussi la plus excitante, c'est de se battre contre un adversaire qui paraît invincible
know what you're saying?
aux yeux du monde. Et Khabib est cet athlète-là. C'est un adversaire, c'est un combattant qui paraît invincible. Il est incroyable. Et selon moi, c'est le meilleur combattant en ce moment sur la planète, livre pour livre. Et ça aurait été un honneur pour moi de pouvoir monter dans la cage avec lui. Par contre, le UFC ont d'autres plans pour lui. Et je respecte ça. C'est une business. J'ai plus la même appétit que j'avais quand j'étais jeune. Je suis plus la même personne que j'avais il y a plusieurs années. Quand j'étais jeune, je voulais me battre contre n'importe qui, je m'en foutais. Premièrement, j'avais pas d'argent. Je me souviens, ici, il fait froid à Montréal, je courais je me mettais des sacs dans les pieds, puis je courais dehors, puis je criais « C'est la guerre! Hein? » avec Christophe Midou, mon entraîneur. Maintenant, je fais plus ces affaires-là aujourd'hui. C'est juste vous montrer mon état d'esprit.
Okay, English, please.
Ma motivation
This
est
could be
plus
a long
la même.
translation.
J'avais envie de me battre peut-être un combat à la fois, puis après chaque combat de voir si ça me tente de continuer. Mais le UFC, c'est une business. Ils doivent avoir une garantie que l'adversaire qui vont faire la promotion doit continuer, puis je comprends ça. Alors, j'en veux pas, ça finit, c'est une bonne fin pour moi. Et Khabib, il est jeune, et puis je suis sûr qu'il va devenir un des plus grands, sinon peut-être le plus grand combattant s'il continue sur cette lancée. Donc, j'adore le voir combattre, puis je vais toujours être là pour... je suis un grand fan, en fait, et puis je lui souhaite juste le meilleur des chances. Yeah.
All right, let's get the English version.
Yeah, the fight... my agent was talking to UFC. We tried to organize the fight with Khabib, but I know Khabib wanted and I wanted, but the UFC had other plan. And
UFC
to
didn't
the
want
point
it.
where I am in my career, for me, it's more at this time taking one fight at the time instead of being there for several fights. And business, the way the business works in UFC, I believe it's they want if they promote someone, they want to keep him there. To have a guarantee that the guy is there, it's like an investment. And I don't have the same motivation as I used to be. I'm not the same person I used to be back in the day. I remember, just to show you my mental state of mind, it used to be winter and I was poor and didn't have much money back in the day. I used to run in the snow, put like a plastic bag in my feet and run in the snow, do my sprint and scream "War!" Like Marvin Hagler used to do. Like, that was crazy. I don't do this stuff anymore. I don't want to. I used to want to go there and beat everybody. I don't care who and when. I wanted to destroy everybody, to go on top. I don't have the same anger, the same hunger anymore. even though physically I feel I'm on top of my game, the hunger is not the same. I would
The hunger is not the same.
One fight at the time, but it's a little bit selfish of my part because the business is not like that. This business of mixed martial art, it's about what's next, not what was and what is happening now. It's about always what's next. That's how it makes money. So it just didn't make it. Didn't happen. You know, it takes 3 people to make a fight. It takes the 2 fighters and the organization. It just did not happen. And I wish Khabib the best of luck. And I'm a big fan. I think he's the best fighter right now, and I look forward to see his next fight. And I think he's a great guy. I love to watch him fight, and I can't wait to see what's next. You know.
If you're just jumping in, this is GSP's retirement press conference.
Hier après-midi, il a écrit
French,
un message à toi
English.
sur Instagram.
He is retiring.
Il a dit,
the fight didn't materialize with Khabib, and they're like, all right, well, we're going to retire now. He's sitting there with 2 belts on the table. So far, Jesse, what do you think?
He's honest, and everything he's saying is respectable. I'm not bored with it. I'm actually very interested in what he's saying.
Yesterday afternoon, he
big
wrote
smile on his
on
face.
Instagram and said, "Please don't go. Meet me in November. Let's do this at a catch weight." He seemed very eager. Did this make you a little conflicted? How did you feel after reading that?
Yeah, Khabib, for an athlete where I am right now, je vais dire en français, pardon, je commence toujours en français pas en anglais. Oui, mais j'ai vu le message, mais je savais qu'il voulait se battre contre moi, et puis le problème, c'est ça, c'est les contractuellement, on est avec l'UFC, puis on peut pas le faire. Puis comme je vous dis, c'est peut-être une bonne chose pour moi, donc je prends ma retraite. Peut-être j'aurais été me battre contre Khabib puis je m'aurais fait détruire
I mean,
aussi.
he's pretty much going to repeat the same thing over and over.
Moi, dans ma tête, je pense que j'aurais gagné, mais peut-être que j'aurais perdu aussi. Alors c'est peut-être
I don't
une bonne
know
chose.
what you can really ask.
Et
he's cool. He's not going to cry.
C'est ça.
He's not coming back.
Yeah, so I
Great
saw
legacy.
the message on
champion.
the internet. For a fighter where I am right now in my career, the most exciting thing, who's also the scariest thing to do, is to fight an opponent who seems invincible. And Khabib is that guy right now. That's why we wanted to fight him. It was a fight that could elevate my legacy, but yeah, I knew he wanted to fight me, and this message excited me. But unfortunately, it takes 2 fighters and also the organization to make the fight happen. And the UFC have other plan for Khabib, and I wish him the best of luck. I remain a big fan, and I look forward to watch his next fight. I'm sure he's gonna do great, and yeah.
Bonjour, Georges.
Bonjour.
Tu as fait beaucoup pour le sport, inutile de le dire. Il y a quelques mois à peine, tu disais encore que tu voulais monter dans l'octogone, tu voulais te battre encore. Est-ce que tu n'es pas un peu déçu de ne pas pouvoir monter une dernière fois et dire adieu, offrir un combat d'adieu à tes millions de fans à travers le monde?
Je voulais faire un autre combat. Mais comme je vous dis, je voulais pas faire un autre combat contre n'importe qui. Je voulais faire un combat contre un adversaire qui pour moi, qui semblait invincible. Parce que pour moi, c'est la chose la plus épeurante et la plus excitante à faire. Mais il va toujours en avoir un autre, puis un autre, puis un autre, puis un autre. Parce que comme j'ai dit en anglais, le MMA, les sports de combat, c'est une business qui est toujours axée sur ce qui va se passer dans le futur. C'est pas axé sur ce qui s'est passé et ce qui se passe au moment présent. C'est toujours à propos du futur.
Yes, that was ARIEL HELWANI before asking the question.
Qu'est-ce qui va se passer
to Montreal,
après.
his homeland.
Donc, c'est sûr que si je fais un combat, ça va être... Tout le monde va parler du prochain combat, puis après le prochain combat, ça va être l'autre combat. Donc, il n'y a jamais de fin quand on est un combattant. Puis, la dernière personne à savoir c'est quand le bon moment de se retirer, c'est le combattant lui-même. Alors, je sais pas vraiment ce que je veux dans la vie, Mais je sais, il y a une chose que je peux vous dire, je sais ce que je ne veux pas faire. Et ce que je ne veux pas faire, c'est me retirer trop tard. Alors, ça donne la réponse.
Let us know in the chat. What do you think about GSP's retirement?
Okay.
It is all over.
En anglais? No. Yeah, I've been asked if I feel disappointed that the fight did not materialize. It's a little bit disappointed, but in a way, not too much, because I don't have the same anger as I used to, and there will always be another fight, because the mixed martial art fighting game, it's always about what's next. And as soon you're getting ready for a fight, sometimes people talk about your next fight, even before the fight is even begin. So it's always about what's next, what's next. And it's always going to be another one and another one and another one. And the last person to know when it's time to retire is the fighter himself. And in life, I don't know, I don't always know what I want, but I know damn well what I don't want. And what I don't want is retire too late. And that's what I know that's what I don't want to do.
It's a sad day in Toronto, even though we don't like Montreal that much.
Tu mentionnais
That's funny.
Que pour toi, combattre à nouveau, il fallait que ça aide ta legacy, ton héritage.
Ouais.
Puis, quand je t'entends parler aujourd'hui, tu nous mentionnes que tu ne te battras pas contre Khabib parce que le UFC a d'autres plans pour lui. Mais est-ce qu'un match d'exhibition ou quelque chose qui ne serait pas nécessairement fédéré par la UFC pourrait être ce genre de combat-là contre Khabib ou contre un autre combattant, par exemple, qui pourrait te permettre de faire augmenter ton legacy ou l'héritage que tu laisses au sport?
Écoute, dans quelques mois, si je compare ça à un scénario de film, si je suis dans le bois en train de, je sais pas, jouer ou whatever,
Joey with the
en train
numbers.
de courir, puis le téléphone sonne, puis quelqu'un m'appelle, j'ai une opportunité, Dana, il me dit « OK, là, tu veux te battre contre ce gars-là, nanani, nanana », puis je me sens excité, peut-être que je vais revenir, mais...
Wouldn't it be great if the Pink Panther walked in right now, Jesse? Right?
Pour moi, c'est terminé pour le moment.
No?
Ben,
Maybe not.
Combattre, c'est pas ma vie. C'est pas qui je suis. C'est ce que j'aime faire dans la vie. Moi, je suis pas... la personne que vous voyez dans la cage... C'est pas vraiment la personne que je suis dans la vie. C'est ce que je fais dans la vie.
I agree, Jay Reyes.
Je vais vous dire
There
la
was
vérité.
no greater. Wayne Gretzky is the GOAT.
Me battre.
The Canadian GOAT.
J'aime pas vraiment ça. La facette de mon travail que je déteste le plus, c'est les combats. Je déteste me battre. La journée du combat, c'est la journée que je déteste le plus. J'aime pas me battre. J'ai jamais aimé me battre. J'ai toujours détesté la journée du combat. J'ai jamais eu un moment de plaisir la journée du combat. Je déteste ça à mort. Par contre, j'aime la liberté que ça me donne. J'aime le travail, la camaraderie que j'ai avec mes collègues et le sentiment de victoire.
Mike Bossy, get out of here.
Get out of here. L'accomplissement, c'est indescriptible. Mais le combat en tant que tel, je déteste ça. Je déteste me battre. C'est difficile à décrire. Il y a très peu de gens qui peuvent le
Where's
faire.
my Canadians in the chat?
Il y en a qui
Shout
aiment
out
se
to the
battre,
Canadians. Sad day for Canada.
Le sentiment de savoir je peux réussir à gagner ou je peux me faire humilier, peut-être je peux me faire blesser très gravement ou blesser quelqu'un très gravement, j'aime pas ce sentiment-là. Je le fais parce que je dois le faire pour vivre. Je me suis battu pas parce que j'aime me battre, j'aime la compétition, comme je vous dis, la liberté que ça me donne et tout, je fais beaucoup d'argent avec ça. Mais et je suis très doué à le faire. Mais me battre, j'aime pas me battre. Et là, maintenant, je suis plus obligé de me battre.
By the way, I just want to make a quick announcement. Our announcer is in the chat. The Sega Camp Gamer, the official MMA-Holes announcer, is in the chat. Shout out to Canada.
T'es qui n'importe quand pour monter dans les échelons. Je suis déjà en haut dans les échelons. Donc, j'ai plus la même perspective de vie que j'avais à l'époque.
Si tu me permets, j'aurais une petite deuxième question. Qu'est-ce que va devenir Georges St-Pierre maintenant qu'il tourne la page sur sa carrière?
Physiquement, je me sens à 100%. Je me sens meilleur.
This is going to be boring, Jesse.
Meilleur
I told you.
que j'ai jamais été.
We don't even know what the hell he's saying.
C'est la motivation.
And even when we know what he's saying, we're bored.
Et quand un combattant n'a plus
Great
la
fighter,
motivation,
boring speaker.
c'est ça le plus important. Quand tu n'as plus la même fin, c'est là qu'il faut que tu arrêtes.
You think Dana White's jerking off to this at home? What do you think, Jesse?
Le petit effort de plus qui
You think he's beating off to this?
Ben, tu le fais
It's like
plus.
finally he's gone.
Donc,
Dana White's like, thank fucking God.
Je me sens physiquement fatigué.
Enough's enough.
Je me sens très très bien. Tu peux parler à mes
Finally, it's
entraîneurs.
official. That's not me thinking that. That's Dana White thinking that, by the way.
J'ai jamais paru dans ma
Son of
vie.
bitches.
Après la carrière, c'est un nouveau chapitre dans ma vie. J'ai plusieurs compagnies. Moi, si je fais pas le con, je suis set for life. Là. Ça fait longtemps que je suis set for life. Même avant le dernier combat, je l'étais, puis l'autre avant aussi. Je suis bien entouré, j'ai des bons conseillers. Je suis quelqu'un, je pense que je suis assez intelligent pour pouvoir gérer tout ça. Alors, je vais m'impliquer, je vais me trouver d'autres choses à faire. Puis là, maintenant, je vais aller prendre des vacances, puis on va voir qu'est-ce qui va se passer après, par la suite.
Georges, congratulations on an amazing career.
All right, English.
What are you most proud of overall when you look back at your career, and how important was it for you to be a role model and sort of the good guy in a sport where there are some guys who maybe aren't role models?
All right, finally, two good questions here. Role model.
The moment I'm the most proud of my career is when I got dropped in the fight game. It's when I got dropped with the head kick by Carlos Condit, and I fall down, and I was able to stand up. It sounds weird that people think it will be about a victory or a knockout. For me, it's when I got dropped by a head kick and I survived it.
I thought he was going to say when
the most proud thing.
Johnny Hendricks beat him, and they gave him the decision. I thought that was his most proud moment.
It shows that I had the guts to come back from an obstacle, and I was able to overcome it. Yeah, for me, it's very important to be a role model because growing up, I was watching Wayne Gretzky, and I remember sometime I heard a lot of story that there's like a professional athlete. Sometimes there's people that go to see them, and they're very bad with their fans, and I think it's very disappointed. If I'm able to do what I do for a living, is because of the fans.
Agreed, Jeff.
Growing up, watching Wayne Gretzky, I tried to mold myself to him, to become like him. I wanted to be him, just in a different sport. And not only as a performance, but also as a role model. And I always wanted to try to be this way. I'm not perfect. Of course, I try to show always my perfection in front of camera, but I'm not perfect. I have, like every human being, I have issues.
One of the good guys is leaving the sport. GSP is retiring. This is his press conference, and we are listening on a sad day.
Oui, j'essaie toujours de...
Sad day.
Quand j'ai grandi, un de mes idoles d'enfance, c'était Wayne Gretzky. Alors, j'ai toujours voulu me ressembler à Wayne Gretzky. C'est sûr que je fais un sport différent. Et j'ai toujours voulu lui ressembler, non seulement par rapport à ses exploits au plan physique, mais aussi en tant que modèle. Et pour moi, c'est important d'être un bon modèle. Je suis pas parfait, j'ai beaucoup de défauts. Mais quand je suis devant la caméra, j'essaie de montrer mon plus beau côté.
It's on ESPN Plus. If you're looking for the video feed, it's on ESPN Plus. This is just the audio. We're doing a live reaction with our tinfoil hats
on. En tant
on.
qu'athlète, on peut inspirer des jeunes. Et puis, si on essaie d'inspirer des gens, ça peut rendre un monde meilleur. Le moment qui m'a rendu le plus fier, c'était... souvent, les gens pensent que je vais dire c'était un knockout ou une soumission, une de mes victoires, mais le moment qui m'a rendu le plus fier, c'est comment j'ai réussi à me relever après m'avoir fait knockdown par un coup-pied que j'ai reçu à la tête durant le combat que j'ai eu avec Carlos Condit. C'est un des moments qui m'a rendu
Let me know in the chat. I see this debate's been going on forever, but GSP or Johnny Hendricks, who won that fight? Let me know in the chat. I know this is going to stir up some arguing.
Comment je me suis relevé après ma défaite contre Matt Serra. Je m'avais fait humilier et puis j'ai réussi à me relever. Et moi, ma plus grande force et mon plus grand défaut, mais qui est aussi ma plus grande force, c'est ma fierté. Alors de me faire humilier comme ça, me faire knocker et d'être capable de revenir par la suite, ça a été quelque chose qui a été vraiment difficile pour moi. non seulement physique, parce que physique, je suis un bon athlète, je suis capable de surmonter presque tous les obstacles. Mon niveau mental, sur mon ego, sur ma fierté, ça a été très, très difficile de passer par-dessus ça. Puis j'en suis très fier d'avoir pouvoir réussir ça.
Hi, George. I'm wondering, how did your difficult upbringing, your difficult childhood inspire you in your fighting career? And also, what is your message to young people now who are being bullied?
People say difficult. I never consider myself like a victim. I think the problem is people, they consider themselves as a victim. Yes, I've been victim of bullying. It was tough, but it could have been way worse. You know, if you take a world standard, I could have been born in a very poor country with no resources and nothing. I'm born in Canada, so already now I'm very lucky to be born here in this part of the world. It's a great place to grow up. Yeah, I'm victim of bullying, but the problem is when you're victim of something, you should not. I don't know how to say that in English. S'apitoyer sur son sort. You should not be feeling like a victimized, you know, and should try to be able to face the problem and see how you can overcome it. And I never be that person that feels victimized and crying on my own person. So I think is the martial art helped me out in a way that it gave me confidence. It helped me to stand straight up, look people in the eye when I shake hand, and just by changing my image, changing my inside, how I see myself to become more confident, I became a different person to the view of other people. And by becoming a different person, I changed myself from the inside out, and that's how I overcome bullying. And I think that's how I face every obstacle in my life. I don't see it as, oh my God, it's way too hard. I see it and I'm like, I see everything as a challenge, and it gets me excited. And the more the challenge is big and seems undoable, like I don't know if I can say that, undoable, it seems impossible, the more I get excited. That's how I am. If you tell me, oh, you can't do something, I'm like, really? Because I'm going to prove you wrong and I'm going to try to do it.
I got to say, the best thing was the bullying thing. Was Michael Bisping, right?
I am as an athlete as well.
That was actually pretty cool, you know.
I take the retire.
Bisping was trying to bully him around.
If I beat some guys, some
people
will say, "Oh yeah, he beat him. It's normal." But there's only a few guys that turn me on. And as a fighter, it's very important you stay motivated. If you lose motivation, is the dead end. Satisfaction for an athlete is dead. Is the end of it. Should retire is finished. Are you satisfied? You should be, no, I'm not satisfied. I want to do this. But now if you ask me right now, George, are you satisfied? I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty damn satisfied right now. There's only a few things, but I'm like, if I don't have the same hunger anymore. If you ask me the same question when I was young, I wanted to kill everybody in the sport. I was like, I want to beat everybody, anywhere, anytime. Like, I wanted to go up. I want to climb the ladder. I'm not the same anymore.
Shout out to Canada in the chat, representing GSP Retirement Press Conference. We're playing it live right now. Live reaction, going strong.
In professional, and I was 16. It was amateur. It was illegal at the time. Used to do open hand strike on the ground with amateur on the ground competition. That's how it was back then. And yeah. I've been doing this for a long time, and when you've been doing something for a long time, your perspective change. It's not a bad thing. It's just you need to be able to make the right decision. People sometimes they hang out for too long. I talked to Dana White yesterday because I called everybody before this. I made the decision. I called the people that had a big impact on my career, and I called Dana White. And he said, congratulations. He said, nobody retire on time in this game. And you did. And he said, it's very good. I'm very happy for you. And we left on very good terms.
That's good to hear.
Friends, so it's a good thing.
Dana and GSP left on good terms.
I'm just wondering, what is your message to your fans who might be being bullied nowadays?
The message is, like I said, is don't victimize yourself. Look the problem in front and see what you can do. If you victimize yourself, you'll become more of a victim, you know? My way of overcome it, I learned martial art, and I gained confidence because I was, growing up, I was not a confident kid, you know? I was looking down like this. Martial art taught me confidence. You know, people, sometimes they link martial art into violence, into a lot of bad stuff, but martial art for me, it saved my life. It enabled me to channel all my aggressivity, because I had a lot of aggressivity when I grew up, and if it would not be for martial art, I don't know where I would have been. I would not have been able to channel all that energy or all that negativity that I had when I was young.
Did you just say negativity? Did that just happen, Jesse?
Félicitations, Georges, pour ta belle
That's a little
carrière.
rude.
Tu as parlé de ton plus beau moment dans le ring, mais ton héritage est tout aussi colossal à l'extérieur du ring, la lutte contre le dopage, l'image de gentleman que tu as pu apporter au sport. J'aimerais ça que tu me parles de ce que tu es le plus fier dans tout ce que tu vas laisser à l'extérieur de l'octogone.
Oui, en fait, c'est ça. Non seulement j'essaie d'être un bon modèle pour mes fans, pour les jeunes qui me regardent, mais aussi j'ai essayé d'aider le sport. J'ai fait de mon mieux pour essayer de rendre le sport plus propre. Il y a beaucoup de choses à faire, il y a beaucoup de problèmes encore, mais c'est mieux que c'était. Et maintenant, je passe la torche aux nouveaux combattants. Il y a plusieurs combattants qui pensent la même chose que moi. C'est à eux maintenant de se lever et de faire le mouvement. Alors moi, mon travail est fini de ce côté-là. En tant que combattant actif, je vais toujours rester là pour supporter ce qui est droit, ce que je juge.
What would you ask GSP? Let me know in the chat.
La bonne chose à faire. Mais en tant que combattant actif, c'est plus mon rôle de le faire. Yes.
Hello, sir. Andrew Brandon, City News, and I guess Sportsnet too. But well, anyway, je vais le faire en français et en anglais, mais pour commencer, on est allé au TriStar Gym hier pour demander les autres martial artists là, c'est quoi ce que tu what you mean to them. Je sais pas comment dire ça proprement en français.
Oh oui, je comprends.
Oui, mais juste il a comme bien sûr vous parlé comme une légende et tous les mots comme ça, bien sûr, mais
the audio is horrific. Sorry, guys. It's just super low.
Tu as dit que vous avez comment est-ce que je peux? I'll say it in English, then go to French. Yeah, you said that you wanted to fight for what's right even now going forward. Like that's who you are, and you want to support the sport. What about the youngsters that are learning the sport here locally in Montreal? Do you have any thoughts about keeping up with TriStar and in local gyms and helping out people getting into the sport still?
Oh yeah, I always gonna be training. It's for me it's just a au revoir. It's just a goodbye. I'm not dead. I always gonna be training. I see a lot of athletes when they retire, they become fat and out of shape. It ain't gonna happen with me. I look even better now in training than I used to when I was 25, 30 years old. So I'm always going to be training every time. I'm training. Tomorrow I'm going to train. Today my day is pretty busy, but tomorrow I'm back training twice a day. I'm always going to do that. Plus all the other stuff I need to do. That's how I am. I need to channel that energy that I have. Otherwise I go crazy. Even when I go on vacation, I need to train. So that's how I am. People who know me well know how I am, and they know that's how I deal with things. So I'm always going to be there to help the people in the gym, and I'll always be present. I'm not going anywhere. Same thing, my schedule doesn't change.
GSP retirement press conference.
Même si je suis à la retraite, je vais toujours continuer à m'entraîner. On voit plusieurs athlètes, quand ils prennent leur retraite, ils deviennent gras et ils perdent la forme. Ça n'arrivera pas avec moi. Je vais rester en forme jusqu'à temps que je meure. Je l'espère, à moins que j'ai des problèmes de santé, mais je vais toujours rester en forme et je vais toujours être là pour aider les jeunes. Et mon horaire d'entraînement ne va pas changer. Je vais toujours rester dans les salles de sport. Et puis, c'est juste qu'en tant que compétiteur, je ne vais plus compétitionner. Mais je m'entraîne pas parce que j'ai une compétition, je m'entraîne parce que j'aime m'entraîner. C'est la vie d'un martial artist, c'est de s'entraîner, la vie d'un samouraï. Et c'est ce que j'aime. Et la raison pour laquelle je compétitionnais, c'était parce que j'avais besoin de compétitionner pour en vivre de ça. Mais maintenant, j'ai plus besoin de compétitionner pour en vivre. Je peux juste le faire sans compétitionner.
Georges, j'aimerais que tu me parles un peu de ton état d'esprit par le passé. Tu avais déjà admis que tu avais été un peu tourmenté. Tu es un perfectionniste là, dans l'âme. Tu as l'air serein aujourd'hui. Peux-tu un peu nous parler si tu as réussi à chasser les démons qui t'ont déjà habité? Puis comment tu vois un peu le trou là, qu'une retraite, ça peut créer là, psychologiquement?
Je pense que...
I told you this was going to suck. I warned everyone in the chat. It's going to suck. GSP is not full of personality. He's a class act. He's a great fighter. But this is going to... good thing I have my tinfoil hat on to entertain everyone.
Je trouve que c'est la bonne décision. Puis la plupart de mes amis proches, ça fait des années qui me le disent. Ils disent, qu'est-ce que tu as approuvé? Pourquoi tu te retires pas? Ça fait des années. Ma famille me le dit. Ça fait des années.
Let me know in the chat if you think GSP will come back.
Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire?
Bullshit. If the money will bring him back, let me know in the chat.
Aujourd'hui que je prends ma retraite, je sais qu'il me regarde à la télé sûrement, puis il est très, très heureux. Puis ça va y enlever beaucoup de stress dans sa vie. Il y a beaucoup de gens qui m'aiment beaucoup, qui sont très stressés parce que qu'est-ce que je fais, c'est pas comme jouer au golf. À chaque fois que... Non seulement quand je combats, mais aussi à l'entraînement, on risque notre vie. Les gens ils disent ouais, mais tu risques ta vie, puis tu peux mourir. Peut-être c'est difficile des fois de mourir sur le coup d'un combat, mais tu peux en mourir par rapport au dommages que ça peut te créer et créer des problèmes pour le futur. Donc, c'est un sport qui est spécial. C'est un sport qui est violent. C'est un sport différent des autres. C'est un sport de combat, c'est un sport de full contact, c'est pas un jeu. Tu peux jouer au hockey, jouer au baseball, jouer au football, jouer au golf, mais tu joues pas à te battre. C'est pour ça que c'est important en tant qu'athlète. Puis je l'ai dit à tous les jeunes athlètes, non seulement du UFC, mais tout le monde qui me regarde dans le sport du MMA, prenez votre retraite au top. C'est la meilleure façon de faire, puis c'est la seule façon de le faire qui devrait être acceptée. Attendez pas qu'on vous dise de prendre votre retraite. Prenez votre retraite quand vous êtes au top.
You know this is boring when Jessie's checking her cycle app.
Yeah. So that's why
See
I'm
if her
saying
period's on time.
I've been asked if it's going to create some feeling of loneliness or something. I said no. A lot of fighters, they come here, they start crying and everything. Fighting, it's what I love to do in my life, but this is not my life. My life is who I am with my friend, with my family outside of this. So it's just a little part of what I do that goes away. It's okay. I'm going to fill it up with other things. And for me, today is a very happy day.
I want tears.
Most of the people that love me, they wanted me to quit a long time ago. They're like, George, you're crazy. What else you have to prove? Why are you doing this? Especially my dad. My dad had been bugging me for years to take my retirement. Even before I came back, before my 4 years, he said, what left you need? You have all the money. What's left? I did it because I felt like I wanted to do more and more. But I know now he's watching me and he's very happy. And he's going to take away a lot of stress on him because what we do, it's a sport, but it's not a game. You play football, you play baseball, you play hockey, you play golf. You don't play fighting. And especially in full contact sport like fighting, MMA, boxing, athlete should not be told to retire.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Frank Pavon breaking it up.
Let's hope the fucker don't come back. Could you imagine another goodbye like this? Fuck off, George, you taking the piss.
Don't wait.
Yeah,
tell you to retire.
Yeah, I couldn't go through this again. Thank you, Frank.
That's the only way to do it, and that's how it should be done for your own sake, for your health.
Someone needs to ask him about the aliens. Maybe he's retiring to hang out with aliens.
Hey, George. Congratulations on the great career. Khabib said he wanted to fight in November. You're saying you're retiring today. If Dana calls you tomorrow and says, well, I'll change the plans, what do you say?
All right, I'm coming back.
Uh-oh.
Listen, I don't know where I will be in a few weeks, in a few months. I know I'm going on vacation now. I'm going out of the grid.
Oh, he's
so
coming
don't even
back.
try to reach out to me. I will disappear. and I don't tell you where I'm going, but I'm going. I'm going
he's coming
somewhere.
back. He's coming back
and warm. To
he's gonna go on vacation.
To relax.
Someone's gonna throw a boatload of money at him.
Yeah, I don't know. In a few months, I don't know. It's like a business offer. When you make a business offer, it's now. You take the business offer, yes or no. You don't take it, okay. You can't say in a few months, hey, your business
he's
offer,
coming back.
Finally, I want to accept it. No, it was now. You take or you refuse. That's how you do business.
Oh my God.
In MMA, that's how that's a business game too. You know, it became for me a business game. First, I started doing it because I love it. But I have my agents that take care of that for me. And I don't know where I will be in my mentally, state of mind I will be in my life, also how I will be in a few months. But I don't know. For me, it's retire now. I don't think about nothing else. I'm out of the grid. That's the good news. I don't even care about the other guys. They're not. I don't want them to call me out because I'm out. If ever something happen or Dana called me back and there's something interesting, we'll see. Like a movie scenario. Oh, he's coming back. We'll see. But right now, I'm not thinking about it. I'm out.
Right now, he's not thinking about it. He's out. But money will bring him back.
Si Dana m'appelle demain et il me dit, le combat finalement avec Khabib va arriver, est-ce que tu le prends? J'ai dit,
as he explains it in French, Jesse, what do you think about that situation? I mean, it looks like that he's going to go on vacation. He's officially retired right now, but it's a business. And basically, if it's the right proposal, if it's a movie fight, chances are he'll come back. Thoughts?
I think that was a little bit expected by a majority of the MMA community, and I also think that he really is going into retirement right now. And for him to say that he's not thinking about it, I think that's a little bit of a fib, because he just told us that given, the proper proposal, he might come back. So I think you're right. I think it is a little bit of a vacation for him, and then hopefully someone just throws a chunk of cash at him.
Je suis en train de
still in French over there. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Oh, hey, Georges Dana, tu veux-tu te battre contre tel gars? Puis ça m'excite, puis ça me tente. J'appelle mes entraîneurs, let's go. Peut-être, on ne sait pas. Mais pour le moment, je suis à l'extérieur. Je veux même pas entendre parler des combats. Et ouais, je vais pouvoir relaxer pour la première fois de ma vie.
Hi, George.
Hi.
You are the most famous Canadian athlete in the world. No one has the worldwide recognition that you have before you, and who knows if someone will come behind you and have the global attention that you've had. What is that feeling
most
like?
famous Canadian fighter, not athlete. What is she talking about?
Most famous athlete out of Canada.
What the fuck?
Thank you. I think I'm
Gretzky
famous
a piece
in
of
Canada.
shit?
I think other athletes before me would have been just as more, or maybe more famous than me. Because now with the social media and everything, the TV, you're in touch with the world. So it's easier to get access to the whole world, to be known. I think it's just a matter of technology. Yeah, but I appreciate. It's very nice, nice comment to me, and thanks for the compliment.
George, back here.
Oh oui, pardon, excusez, la lumière, je vois pas tout le monde dans le fond, je vois des ombrages, oui.
You've talked a lot about your proudest moment in the cage and coming back to the Carlos Condit fight. What's your proudest moment out of the cage? Because you've done a lot to, as the young lady said here, build the profile of MMA in Canada. You've taken a big stance against performance-enhancing drugs. You've brought a lot of professionalism to the sport. Which of those means the most to you?
Justin
Another
Bieber.
moment I did not mention in,
good
in
point.
English is I'm very proud of is after
Justin
my
Bieber,
loss
the
to
greatest,
Matsura,
the GOAT.
I felt humiliated. One thing that made me, one of my good thing about me and one of my worst thing is my pride. My pride is what helped me stand up. And when I train, because I'm so proud, I'm training in the fear that my opponent train harder than me. And it's so important for me, my pride. So when I lose to Sarah and I get humiliated, it take a huge hit on my ego, on my pride. And one thing I'm the most proud of it is how I overcome that. It's not that much physically for me. It's more a psychological thing. And I was able to step on my ego and say, yeah, I'm human. Never happened to me before to lose like this. I'm human.
Yeah, Clocks, I agree. Some of the questions are kind of
I'm gonna go back on my
layups.
feet and
I mean,
avenge this loss, and just a psychological.
I would like someone to ask him
transformation I
some
needed to do.
interesting questions.
Just
I mean,
to
these are all
walk in
generic,
public
right?
After that, I was humiliated and everything. For me, it was very hard. I know it sounds crazy for normal people, but now I try to explain the mind of a fighter, how I work. It's not to normal people. Maybe it seems strange, but for a fighter, you need to be a little bit cuckoo sometimes to be successful. So for me, it was a tough thing to do, to come back about a loss like this, being humiliated in public, and losing like this, then coming back. For me, it was a very hard thing, and I'm happy that I did it.
Some of those things just outside of the cage that I mentioned. Do any of those?
Oh,
those
okay. Yeah, it's I try to things I'm the most proud of are not necessarily the things that are public to the audience. Things I'm proud of is sometimes I change sometimes a guy's life, you know, and I don't know if I did, but I try to do sometime. Sometimes I'm in a gym and there is kid, you see, he's very shy, and I see him hitting sparring, doing something, and I know he knows me, but I go see him and I go, hey, I see you doing this, try to do it like this, and I show him how to do certain. I see his eyes like this, and oh my God, little thing like this. Sometimes I'm happy to do because it gives me. To do that and see how they react to me, it gives me more motivation to do well for what I do in my life, you know. So that's why I like to do it. Change little thing in people's lives sometimes. For me, is more important than try to do big things in front of the audience. And things like this, I try to do every week when I have a chance. For me, it's very important.
Just jumping in. GSP retirement press conference live.
Pillar, sorry. You did mention the dangers of the sport and the risk of injury. I was wondering if the risk of these long-term injuries, if that's something that you've worried about, if you've thought about, and if it played, and what part it played in your decision to retire now.
Absolutely. It's a good question. I have not answered this. You know, my last fight with Michael Bisping, I've been diagnosed for ulcer colitis. One of the reasons too I take my retirement is the damage done on me. It's not much about getting hit in the head. We think that that's what it should be, you know, like to get hit in the head. And for most cases it is. For me, when I'm in fight camp, because like I said, I'm so proud and psychologically I'm different than normal people. I'm OCD, everything needs to be perfect, and I'm so meticulous on how I prepare and so intense into it. It takes a lot out of me. It takes a lot of energy, take a lot of stress, create a lot of anxiety. And stress, anxiety, for me, probably what caused the problem I had. And over time, it's not good, you know, it build up inside you, and it's a lot of stress. And stress, it's known now to be the main cause of different diseases, like it could be cancer, it could be very bad diseases. And now for me, taking my retirement, it's a relief of stress. So I don't have these stress anymore. So every time I used to go in training camp, I have a hard time sleeping. I'm overthinking scenario in my head. Okay, if he does this, I'm gonna do this. It's a crazy lifestyle. That's why I say I hate fighting. I disliked it to the highest part. I hate it. But at the same time, when you win and everything, it's like a relief of all that stress until the next one comes. So it's for me, that's
good question outside the cage.
It's more
it's
about,
a great question,
not
actually.
For my case, it's not really the head trauma, unless nobody tell me and I'm crazy. It could be, but it's more the stress that had been built up for over years and years and years inside. That's what takes a lot out of me.
All right, so it looks like this is it. They are doing two more media scrums, it looks like.
Sifu Sensei, Shodan, maître, il est là. Yes, mon guide spirituel. Non.
All right. Yeah, it's winding down the press conference. We'll give our thoughts afterwards. And I'd like to know what you think as well. As it looks like that's it, Jesse. He is standing up. They are putting both belts, it looks like, on each shoulder, one on each shoulder. These are the old, better belts. He's standing there. The middleweight champ, the welterweight champion, a GSP, standing in front of the media while they're all grabbing their pictures. This is it. Is this the end, finally, of GSP? I mean, he hasn't officially announced his retirement, but now, as he stands there with a big smile on his face, no tears at all, he's joyously retiring, going on vacation. You keep in the back of your minds that he said that this is a business. And if the offer is right, it still might not be the end of GSP. Throws both belts in the air. And Jesse, what are your thoughts as you're watching this?
I gotta say, it's an extremely interesting press conference, especially toward the beginning when he was first announcing his retirement. But after some time, when questions begin to become repeated and answers are repeated and it's the same thing over and over again, at some point the press conference does become a little daunting. But it is kind of cool that he came out here to announce his retirement and just kind of tell it how it is and where he's coming from and his side of things, and was able to do it on his own terms. So I think that's really cool.
That's it. GSP has walked off the stage. The press is getting their last pictures. And that is it. That is it. GSP is done. He is officially retired. Now, we put our tinfoil hats on because we were afraid of probing. And I do believe that it was a success, our hats. I think if we didn't wear these hats because we were broadcasting this live, that we, in fact, would have been abducted by aliens. But thankfully, we thought before we streamed. And we've, sometimes you got to use your head when you're in this business.
Yes.
And we are safe. Thank you, GSP, for everything you have done within the world of mixed martial arts. But I think you'll be back. Let us know in the chat what you think. Will GSP be back? Yes or no? All right, let's see what the chat has to say, Jesse.
Nam Petrachevsky says the inside cage goat will skull fuck him. Boss Coker says the hats are a slam dunk. Pulse Reloaded, he's going to Hollywood to become the next JCVD. Joey Faggoter, very smart. Drunk Savage, now we have Ben Askren to lay on top of fighters for 25 minutes. Yes, Stalio 2, wow, this shit is still alive. George is afraid of Artem, says Ole Samuel Ole. Nam says, thank you guys for hosting this. Noah Velez, he's fucking coming back. Michael Enslow, no. Clocks, when are we going to realize that these retirement deals are another ploy of negotiating? Vito Garcia, those fight camps are intense. I believe him on that. John White, November GSP be back. Drunk Savage, Powerful Staley. Nam says, wow, she said my name correctly, first shot. Brett Barathian says, Ben rules all. Nam Petrachevsky says, that's a first. D. Brown says, GSP is going on vacation to meet Khabib. Stalio 2 says, powerful Drunk Savage.
Maybe that's the case. Maybe GSP and Khabib will be on a fancy resort, sipping on some pina coladas together, laughing. There's a lot of options here. With GSP retiring, there are these crazy fights. We've seen fighters retire. Like Tito Ortiz is the first one that comes to mind. I mean, how many times has that man retired? Now, GSP is on another level, right? If you look at his resume, as much as we've joked around about him in the past and right now with our tinfoil hats, the guy is a legend. He is a legend of the sport. Is he Wayne Gretzky? No, he's not Wayne Gretzky. No one is. Here's the thing. No one is Wayne Gretzky. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, I was at both of these fighters' final performances. We didn't know that GSP was going to have his final performance against Michael Bisping at UFC 217. I was in the building. It was electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. It was great.
Wonderful.
But, because we didn't know it was his final performance, they didn't give him the final farewell that, he deserves, in the cage at least. Wayne Gretzky, I was at his last game as a Ranger, actually. He retired as a Ranger. And I was in the building, and I manipulated my mom to get those tickets because we didn't know he was retiring in the beginning of the season, but we always picked as a family. And I was like, I want the last game. And even if they're not going to make the playoffs, I still want to go to that last game. The Rangers sucked that year. I went to the last game, and the entire game, they were showing stats of what Wayne Gretzky did. This guy, I mean, there has been no one like Wayne Gretzky. No one like Wayne Gretzky. They didn't replay any stats from this man that were record-holding stats. Like, it was just scrolling around the Garden, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's done it all. He's done it all. Wayne Gretzky is the Canadian GOAT. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from GSP. When it comes to mixed martial arts, you can put him on top of the list as, you know, the UFC GOAT, mixed martial arts GOAT, whatever you want to do there, but not overall Canadian GOAT. No. And GSP said that he was an inspiration to him when he was younger, and he gave him the respect that he deserved. So anyone putting GSP over Gretzky, you should be put in the back and shot in the head. You should be killed. No, I'm kidding. But maybe anally probed, you know? All right, a couple more comments from the chat, and we're going to wind this thing down. We'll be live tomorrow for Food Court Friday. Thank you to the new subs. You are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Stelio2 says Tom Brady is the GOAT. NCAA takes a toll in the mind, says Mr. Cadiz. Stelio2 says Tom Brady is the GOAT. Boss Kogar, the great one. Ole Samuel, Tom Brady is a cheater. Stelio2 false. David Flores, Wayne Gretzky kicks ass. Fabian Monis says, dude, when did he say he was Wayne Gretzky? He said he drew inspiration.
No. Oh, Fabian. Come here, little boy. Listen, here's the deal. I'm not saying GSP said it. Open your fucking ears. Take your foil hats off your head, for God's sakes. No, I'm saying people in the chat, in the MMA community, on social media, they are saying it. It's not GSP. He's not saying it. I am not criticizing. Man, I tell you what, and it's not just the GSP fans. It's any MMA fan. If you're hardcore, if you ride on one guy or one girl and you just, you know, ride or die that fighter, I mean, they will literally die for their fighter. It is crazy. So respect for you for being a loyal fan, but Jesus Christ. Come on. Everybody settle down.
Richard Luciano says, didn't JBH retire too? Nope,
did.
that was a troll move. But glad you missed that.
Wait, what is the odds? It was almost a GSP and JBH retirement. I mean, within the same month? Wow.
We'll call February retirement month.
Isn't February Black History Month?
What does that have to do with
I mean, you two are white, and you're ruining Black History Month. Both you and GSP have ruined this month.
I don't know how that's correlated, but...
What else do we have in that chat?
Lawrence Fishburne says, I'm come here to smash this guy.
What?
Joey Faggoter, I am shaking my table from anger. Mark Jackson, Matt Sarah should knock him out for old time's sake.
I still can't. I was talking to JBH about this. I still can't believe Matt Sarah beat him. Like, I still can't. Like, one of the craziest underdog stories ever, Matt Sarah beating GSP. I mean, nuts. Now, GSP got his revenge along with the Matt Hughes fight as well. But still, I mean, it's crazy that Matt Sarah ever even beaten this guy. And you know, it's like one of those things. All you got to do is win once, right? Against someone like GSP and be like, well, I don't have to do anything ever again. You know, that was amazing.
Yeah.
So, you know, credit to Matt Sarah for that. But GSP, a fantastic fighter. Much respect. And if he is indeed retired, it is a sad day. I don't think it is a sad day. I think we will hear from this man again. Jesse, final thoughts. Do you think we'll hear from this man again?
I think that with the right proposal and the right amount of money, we may see him again. But I'm not going to say that that's going to happen one way or the other. It all depends on the UFC and Dana White and who's willing to fight and all that.
All right. Continue the conversation with this stream ending in the comment section down below. If you're watching this replay, let us know what you think in the comments. And thank you for watching GSP, the retirement press conference. We'll see you tomorrow night on Fuqua Friday, and we'll also be reacting to the UFC this weekend. Jan Blachowicz versus the Thord-chested Santos. All right, Jesse, last and final words.
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-Hole.
Human.